Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Jane and I've undergone bariatric surgery here in South Africa. So for those who don't know what bariatric surgery is, it's basically weight loss surgery. I have part one of a Q&A video where I basically answer questions around the approval process and also the preparation for the surgery itself. If you have not had a look at that video, I would suggest that you actually start there first, as I actually answered quite a number of questions regarding the approval process, which is quite helpful. But in part two, I'm answering further questions which I've not covered in the previous video. So if you are following me on Instagram, you should be actually. I share a whole lot more about my journey on that platform. So I've asked that you submit some questions that you'd like me to answer based on my journey. Again, let me just make a disclaimer at this point that the information that I'm about to share does not constitute medical advice, nor does it constitute financial advice where finances are concerned. I am turning 1 year this month of March post-op, so I think I'm a little bit more qualified to answer most of your questions. Okay guys, without wasting time, I'm gonna go straight into it. I have your questions on my phone, so if I do look down, please bear with me. I am just referring. Okay, all right. So the first question is, was it difficult to get approved for surgery in terms of medical aid? For me, it was not difficult. I met the criteria to the T. So one of the criteria that you need to meet is you have to be a BMI of over 40 and without comorbidities. And then the other criteria is that you need to be a BMI of over 35, and then you need to have 2 medical conditions that your doctor can prove that they can be resolved through the surgery. So in my case, my BMI was 49, so instantly that qualified me for the surgery. So in terms of the approval process itself, is you need to undergo a series of medical tests from different specialists. So your dietitian, psychologist, physician, you need to run your bloods, you need to go for your gastroscope and so forth, and then the bariatric center would consolidate all of those reports and write a motivation as to why you need to be approved for the surgery. So for me, that was the case. And then I think the center submitted my application probably like 2 weeks, in fact not even 2 weeks, like submitted my application to the medical aid, and they responded within a week, to say that I was approved. So no, it was not difficult for me to get approved. And my medical aid, just for your information, is Discovery, and I was on the classic comprehensive plan. Alright, the next question is, what is the difference between bariatric and gastric sleeve, and which one would you prefer? So all forms of weight loss surgeries, basically medical term for it is bariatric surgery. So gastric sleeve is a form of bariatric surgery. So the gastric sleeve basically is where they actually do a restriction on your stomach by cutting about 80% of your stomach into a sausage or a tube like. So that is gastric sleeve. And then the next form of bariatric surgery would be the Roux-en-Y, which is also known as the gastric bypass. Here they actually take a portion of your stomach, like they actually turn it into a little pouch where food will basically be gathered and then connected to your intestines, and bypass certain parts of your intestines so that there is malabsorption, right? So again, I do touch a little bit on the different types of bariatric surgeries available to you. And yeah, so with me, honestly, it was really not a matter of preference. I went with what my doctor suggested, which is the biliopancreatic diversion with duodenal switch. So it is, I think that is the most extreme form of bariatric surgery or weight loss surgery, where they also do a gastric sleeve, so cutting in your stomach into a tube and bypassing your intestines so that you have malabsorption. Okay, so it was not really about what I prefer. Again, you need to talk to your doctor or your surgeon about the different surgeries that are available, and also what is best suitable for your condition. Right, the next question is that, okay, it's not a question. Congratulations, I've lost 84 kilograms, but still on 101 kilogram. My target is 80 kilogram. Wow, congratulations, Slengiwe. I think, guys, really, these are some of the stories or testimonials really that motivate me to even share more about my journey, because I truly believe that sharing, honestly speaking, can save someone's life. A lot of people are shy to come public and say they've undergone the surgery because of the negative stigma related to the surgery. I mean, there's opinions around the fact that the surgery is a shortcut and so forth. But for me, honestly speaking, I'm an ambassador for surgery or any other medical options that are available to deal with obesity. Obesity is a medical chronic illness, and if there are medical options that can actually resolve the condition, then why can we not explore those? So congratulations, Lengiwe, and I think more and more of these success stories can actually save a life out there. Right, the next question is gym a must? What advice would you give someone who doesn't have time for gym? Gym is definitely a must post-op, guys, because we're eating so little, right? We tend to lose muscle, and also we are at risk of what do you call it? Is it malnutrition? Not malnutrition. Nutrient deficiency, guys. Nutrient deficiency. So this, if you are nutrient deficient, like for instance, if you're lacking like your calcium, your vitamin D's, you can suffer conditions like your osteoporosis. And also, if you're not eating enough protein like a normal human being should eat, you can also lose muscle. So exercise then becomes important in helping you to build up the muscle, especially when you're a female, because I mean, when we start undergoing menopause, we lose muscle mass. So it is very important that you build up muscle, and also exercise can also help in terms of increasing your bone density. So if you are nutrient deficient, you are at risk of losing bone density, which is something that you would want to prevent. So exercise post-op, it becomes even more important. If you are not exercising before the surgery, you need to consider exercise. And what is most encouraged is strength and resistance training, so that you can build those muscles. Né? And then second part of the question is that what is your advice for somebody who does not have time for gym? Girl, you have to make time for gym or exercise at home. I've got dumbbells even in my living room here. Okay. So here I've got dumbbells in my living room. So when I'm watching TV, I also don't have much time for gym, by the way. When I'm watching TV, I just do my exercises and so forth. And again, I keep them in my living room so that at least when I see them, then I get reminded to do some exercises. Right, my advice is that if you are going to go onto this journey, then you need to put in the time and the effort. Okay, the next question is, did the surgery erase cravings? How do you deal with them? For me, the surgery did not erase cravings, but I've developed a much better relationship with food now. And maybe just to answer you, ne, when I have a craving, I do satisfy that craving. The nice thing about the surgery is that obviously it is the tool to limit the amount of food that you can consume. But another thing that also comes with the surgery is that you become a little bit more sensitive to taste. Like for instance, I used to have a sweet tooth, but right now when I eat something sweet, it gets a little bit overwhelming. So the surgery also does that, and it also alters your taste buds. Ne? So you'll find that if maybe you were somebody that used to like salty things, post surgery you might not even like salty things. But in terms of the cravings don't completely go away. And for me, my survival strategy honestly is I satisfy the craving and I control the portions. For instance, if I want a piece of chocolate, I would have like maybe 2 blocks, and yeah. But another thing about the surgery is that if you're eating something that you're not supposed to be eating in excess, then you can experience what we call dumping syndrome. So this is basically a process by which the body rejects whatever bad food that you have eaten. If you've eaten something that is too sugary, you might experience dumping syndrome. And dumping syndrome comes in different forms, guys. I think maybe I should do a video in detail around dumping syndrome, but it can present several symptoms like diarrhea, vomiting, heart palpitations, like you feel like your heart is racing and so forth. So that happens quite a lot if you're eating food that are high in sugar, or when you're eating too much fatty food. So another thing maybe that I should also mention is that when I had my surgeon also removed my gallbladder, right? So it basically means that my body cannot process fat. If I eat something too fatty, it will come out as fatty, and then also I'll probably maybe experience diarrhea. So those are some of the things that surgery brings about in terms of, I think I would say, helping you develop a much more healthier relationship with food. It almost reminds you through like physical symptoms that you would experience that this is something that you shouldn't be eating and whatnot. But for me, and this is something that I actually had a discussion with my dietitian, she also advised the same thing, that if I'm craving something, rather let me satisfy the craving, have a little bit of that, so that I don't feel like I am losing out or missing out, yeah. You also need to, guys, like one thing also that I want to mention is that for me, when I did the surgery so that I can correct my relationship with food. I used to run to food for comfort, for entertainment, and yeah, as a stress reliever. So now I go to food for nutrition, and if I want to indulge on something, I will indulge, but obviously within limits. So surgery really, it's there to as a tool basically to sort of physiologically remind you that you shouldn't be doing something, but it won't completely fix your relationship with food. You need to put in the work. If there's psychological factors that actually lead to you eating certain things, then you need to have your consultations with a psychologist. I do mention in my previous video that I've had to undergo sessions with a psychologist so that he understands mental issues that relate to my diet and how I should actually basically fix that going forward. I still have a relationship with my psychologist. Okay. All right. Isn't it hard to maintain the after effects of the surgery? Yo, this one is a little bit difficult. I'm not sure what you mean by the after effects of the surgery. What I would say, maybe the after effects of this surgery, which stand out for me, would be the fact that what? Yes, the fact that there's dumping syndrome if I eat something wrong. That so I try to eat right so that I don't have those episodes. And in terms of other after effects, I can't really think of. Maybe if you can, maybe just send me a follow up question. But so far, I've not had any complications related to the surgery, so I can't even speak on the negative side effects related to the surgery. So my journey has been quite pleasant, and I think also maybe it's owing to the fact that I still maintain a relationship with my bariatric team. If I have any consultations or tests that needs to be done, I comply. Okay, and then the next question was that you look amazing. Was it painful? Yes, it was painful. I mean, you are undergoing major operation. For me, I also mentioned in the first video that my pain tolerance, I think, were quite okay. I did experience a lot of pain 1-2 days after the surgery, but the pain medication that they administered at the hospital was excellent, and I didn't struggle with pain at all. But first night, yeah, first night was bad. But you recover quite well. Within a week or two, you can start feeling like yourself again. I've been told after bariatric surgery, one is susceptible to getting sick easily. Is that true? Based on my journey, guys, I have not been sick other than having the common cold or the flu, and I've had like two major ones. One was last year, and then one this year. Last week I was actually down with flu, but I've not really been sickly. In fact, I've been more healthier than before surgery. Prior to surgery, I used to get sick quite a lot. But post surgery, honestly speaking, my health, I think it's at its optimal level. No health issues, no getting sick usually. Okay. And then, wow, are you at your goal weight? How do you handle stalls? Guys, I think I also mentioned this, that I stay away from the scale. The only time that I weigh myself is at the doctor's rooms. So I definitely know that I have experienced stalls. It's a real thing, especially I think after 3 weeks post-op, you do get into a stall. I think also after 3 months. There's just those periods where it is widely known that you would experience a stall. And basically, a stall is just your body taking a break from, metabolizing the fat or trying to lose weight. So it's just your body taking a break. And also remember, because we're eating so little, sometimes your body can interpret that as starvation, and it might want to hold on to whatever food reserves that you are feeding it, and then that will result in a stall. But for me, I can't say when did I experience a stall and how long was the stall, because I, honestly speaking, was from when I went for my pre-surgery appointment. That was the last time that I actually weighed myself in the house. I weighed myself, I was weighed at the hospital on the day of the surgery. I got weighed again, I think in the 1 week post-op at the doctor's rooms. I got weighed by my physician at 9 months post-op. And then the last time I actually got weighed again was last week when I had the flu, and a standard procedure in the hospital, they would weigh you. That's when I actually discovered that I have lost 40 kg. So my starting weight is 122 kg and a total loss of 40 kg thus far, because currently I'm sitting at 82 kilograms. So yeah, in the stalls, I definitely know that I've experienced some stalls, but I cannot really speak much on the topic. But again, stalls should not discourage you. They're part of the process. Okay. What is your goal weight? So you guys, this one, my goal weight was actually 80 kilogram, because for me it just looked or seemed like the most realistic weight loss target. So it was 80 kilogram. Currently I'm at 82 kilogram, as I've mentioned, which means that I've lost a total of 40 kg since I've undergone the procedure. In terms of medical target weight, because I'm so short, guys, even with a 80 kilograms, I'm still under the obese class. I'm no longer class 3. I think now I'm around maybe class 1 obesity. My BMI is sitting at 33, so I want to get it down as well. So I think the ideal weight for me then, from a medical perspective, would be somewhere around 70. Yeah, but I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with my progress thus far. It's not a race of some sort, guys. It's a journey, and the main focus for me, honestly speaking, is not even on the weight itself. My main focus is on how I feel, and also just fixing that relationship with food, and yeah, getting the right amount of nutrition that my body needs. So that's with regards to my goal weight and where I want to be. All right, guys, I think I've covered all of your questions. Again, I don't gatekeep information. If you have any questions, maybe you are actually embarking on the journey yourself, you are welcome to DM me on Instagram, and I'm happy to answer your questions. If you need any tips on maybe products that I'm using, my meal plan and so forth, I do post that on my Instagram posts and stories. So yeah, guys, if you really want me to continue with these type of videos, please like, comment and subscribe to this channel, so that at least I'm motivated to continue recording these videos, because I'm taking a lot of my time out to do these videos, so I need a little bit of encouragement as well. And again, for those who came on and reached out to say they grateful for the fact that I am sharing my journey, guys, I'm also vulnerable. It's not like I'm completely comfortable sharing my experience, because of, against all of this, there's people that still have negative opinions regarding the surgery, and I'm basically challenged, to sort of deal with those opinions as well. So honestly speaking, guys, you letting me know that you are grateful for my page, it's good motivation for me to continue to share this information, with the hopes that somebody will be helped, a life will be saved. All right, see you next time, guys. Bye.